Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Saturday, October 24th, 2020. The tarot card for today is the Moon from an independent deck called the Chalice Tarot. Let's talk about the Moon for a minute today. It's in Aquarius, which is our freedom-loving sign, the humanitarian, and it will be going void. Let me bring up that information because I want to share it with you. It is a really, really long one that will be happening. And when it doesn't start until later in the day, here where I'm at, Eastern Standard Time, like dinner time, okay? It's a 24-hour void. And if you're new here and you've heard me talk about void of course moons, it like takes your Mercury retrograde and makes it into like a double Mercury retrograde. No other way to really put it, because on its own, even when Mercury is retrograde, it feels that way. And I would recommend to not plan anything, really truly special or important to you, like that you're doing something new or special communication, things of that nature, all right? Because it's just kind of all muddled, all right? And we see that with the moon itself. The light of the moon is very dim. If you ever took out from a deck, if you have a tarot deck, and you take out a picture of the sun, the moon, and the stars, right? How different do they each look? The sun is so vibrant and full of life and, indicating warmth, and the stars are, full of hope and optimism. And then we have the moon. The moon's kind of cloudy. Things are obscure, and we're not really sure. And with this particular, Mercury retrograde period, right now Mercury is retrograde in Scorpio, and we're seeing things, Scorpio likes to dig deep, all right? And it may be very dark where you're digging. That may sound a little strange to say it that way, but I imagine many of you out there right now have insomnia. And, this moon card is very much indicative of that. If we put it together with a Nine of Swords, it'd be like, oh my goodness, just turn your brain off, right? Tell it to shut down and let you sleep for the night. And it doesn't seem to want to happen. What does tend to happen, though, with this card is just like in the Nine of Swords, where you're, conjuring up all the things, all the scenarios, all the possibilities. Bottom line is it's fears, okay? Many times they are unfounded, but because things are not clear to us, we tend to make up our own story as to what we think is going to happen. And when we see this card, it's urging us to let go of those fears, to release them in order to, get that good night's sleep, in order to feel clearer. But I do want you to pay very close attention to how you feel once the void begins, because it will begin in Aquarius late on the 24th and not go into Pisces until late on the 25th. If you can find a void of course moon chart for your time, frame, do so, because you may find it difficult to notice when the moon actually does enter Pisces. I think this should just be a talk about the moon itself, because there's kind of that feeling that, honestly, this is a good weekend, a good day for Netflix, things of that nature, all right, because there's more prone to dreaming and illusion, things of that nature. Can't even emphasize it enough. When you get past, the Pisces moon and you're finally moving into the Aries moon in a few days, you're going to be saying, what happened? What happened over these last few days? I just felt like I was in this constant dream state. So do what is necessary to get your proper rest. It is possible, during the void in that overnight time frame to have difficulty sleeping, but recognize that it could very well just be the energies, and leave it be. Don't try to turn it into, where something is really wrong and you don't know what it is. Just Say, okay, it will pass. And that will be the best way to deal with it. I want to thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you here again tomorrow. And as always, have a great day.